Ahead of 30th creation anniversary in August, Edo partners post on customized stamps. And experts advocate inclusion of drug abuse and illicit substances in schools' curriculum. A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Main News Bulletin. I am Agatha Egwari Ojo. Edo State Government has completed a 5-year bond with contractors handling the ultra-modern bus terminal under construction at Oba Hawaii Central Park and the entertainment hub at the premises of the Nigerian Observer newspaper. Governor Godwin Obaseki disclosed this when he inspected the level of work done so far at both sites. Elizabeth Omoko reports.
Transportation business is one of the nexus for states, and Benin City is one central hub in the country. To regulate the movement of vehicles, the state government is building this ultra-modern central park at Obaharaye. Inspecting the project, Governor Baseke says that parking spaces have been provided for many intercity and intracity vehicles.
In this central park and 6 other mini parks around the city. This is just one. This is going to be the main one, obviously, but there are 6 smaller ones. You see the quality of the design, the quality of the civil works, and you haven't seen the other side. It's going to be in 2 parts. Once we finish this, we'll now commence the other part of this project. This is supposed to take about 200 to 300 buses, and then the other side will take the same amount of taxis and smaller vehicles.
The governor was also at the entertainment village where work is ongoing.
We are expecting a real hub where people who are in the entertainment industry, who are doing movies, who are doing music, who are doing all sorts of productions, but don't have the capital to buy those expensive equipment to mix and finish and produce their works, they can come into that place with the assistance of the German government. We have sourced money where we're redesigning the facility, as you can tell. We have gotten electricity in there from Osiomo, so you're going to have 24/7 electricity.
The 2 projects are expected to be completed soon. In Benin, Elizabeth Amako, NTA News.
In the meantime, the state government plans to produce commemorative stamps with the Nigerian Postal Service ahead of the 30th creation anniversary of Edo State in August. Governor Godwin Obaseki announced this when he received the Postmaster General on a courtesy visit. Again, here is Elizabeth Omoko with the report.
The Nigerian Postal Institute was established in 1990 after the separation of NIPOST and NITEL. It is a training center and manpower development institute that sees to the training and retraining of staff. It also undertakes other services like mail handling, conduct of researches, and consultancy services. The governor says the institute has a lot of historical assets and a partnership with the institute will be beneficial to the state.
We will encourage you to continue the restructuring. There are clearly several assets you have. I mean, the history alone, like I said, just the history, what you represent is, an asset in itself, not to talk about the infrastructure, which the system has evolved over the years, and also some of the services that you can still provide.
The governor also hinted that the state government will be interested in making use of some of its moribund facilities, especially those close to the state government production center.
You have another set of properties next to the government press, which we have now converted into a production center. We're very interested in those properties to see how we can create some commemorative stamps and link those these stamps to our arts and our culture.
Postmaster General Dr. Adebayo Adiosi had earlier announced that as part of his survival strategies, the establishment is unbundling some of its operations and offered to donate some NIPOS facilities as accommodation for athletes in the upcoming National Sports Festival.
We have a very huge facility in Lagos, which currently houses the Postal Institute. I know that you were meant to have visited the place, but given your very tight schedule, you've not been able to be there. But I want to plead with you, Your Excellency, to find time to see the gigantic nature of Lagos.
The state government and the Nigerian Postal Service, NIPOS, believes that if the partnership deal is sealed, it will help transform, innovate, and deliver more services to the people of the state. In Benin, Elizabeth Amako, NTA News.
And the Postmaster General of the Federation, Dr. Ismail Adewusi, has been on a tour of the Nigerian Postal Institute in Ego. The visit is to ascertain the state of the facility for repositioning. Ogochukuka Ona has details.
The Nigerian Postal Service, occupying 1 square mile, established in 1990, has the core mandate for staff training, staff development, and capacity building. It became a commercial business unit following the evolution of NIPO's new structure in July 2017. With a vision to be a thriving market-driven organization, there was a temporary hold on training to embark on infrastructural and structural development of the institutes. And though a few training programs were held in 2020, there has not been any form of structural development and rejuvenation, as the facility is in a shadow of itself. The Postmaster General, on a fact-finding mission, inspected the archives, classrooms, the conference center, catering section, staff quarters, and the old building, which housed a 500 kVA generator, all in deplorable states. Also inspected are 3 hostel blocks of 36 double bedrooms and the staff quarters, all in bad shape, among other buildings either badly damaged, uncompleted, or dilapidated.
This is not beyond redemption. What we have seen is just little effort with some funding backing it up. We'll transform this place in no time. And that's what we are determined to do. Of course, we all know the state of the economy of our country today. Funding is a major obstacle. But even within the limited resources available to NIPOS, we shall do all within our powers to ensure that this place is transformed. That's the minimum that we owe the founding fathers of this very important institute, which is geared towards promoting skills development and capacity building of all postal workers. That's the minimum that we owe them, and we are determined to pursue that prospect.
On hand to take him on the tour is the director of the institute, Dr. Julius Anjorin, and other top management staff. In Ego, Ogochukuka Ona, NTA News.
Now to politics. The All Progressives Congress APC membership registration and revalidation exercise in Edo State has been described as hitch-free, with new members trooping en masse to identify with the APC at various levels. Dennis Temple reports.
What is happening in Nuboko electoral unit is simultaneously happening in all the 192 political wards in Oriol local government area of Edo State. The exercise is described as generally peaceful.
It is enabling environment for us because this is the place where the candidate, the All Progressive Congress in the last election came from, and the people here are happy with him.
The governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress in the 2020 Edo State governorship election, Pastor Sagie Ezeyamo, who updated his membership of the APC at his electoral unit, said the exercise is part of the APC strategy of entrenching democracy at the grassroots.
You can see how transparent the process is, as many of want to register and are not to register. So I don't see the value in it. Yes, for which they won't boost membership. I see more people coming to join all this development.
The exercise, which is expected to last for 2 weeks, Faithful say, is indeed a membership drive and has recorded influx of new members into the All Progressive Congress. In Benin, Dennis Temple, NTA News.
Sincere apologies for the bad audio in parts of that report. And moving on now, a total of 11 cases and petitions were brought before the Edo State Judicial Panel of Inquiry sitting for victims of SARS and related abuses this Wednesday. Of the 11 cases, 3 were heard and 7 reviewed. Ivie Oyahiri witnessed the panel's proceedings.
One of the reviewed cases is that of one Jubi Okoje and the Nigerian police. The matter has been pending since 2019. It is about Jubi's vehicle, which was towed by SARS officials and still in custody of the police. The police says the said vehicle was linked to robbery and is still at Esige police station for further investigation. This allegation the petitioner disagrees, as she narrates her side of the story to the panel.
They asked me who owns the car. I said it belongs to me. I gave them my papers. So they said I should come the following day. So the following day I was not too fine. So I called the officer to say that I will come the other day. Before I got there, they said that they've transferred the case to State CID. And ever since then, I've gone there so that they can give me my car. They refuse.
This is what the counsel to the police and counsel to the petitioner have to say about the case.
The police have things to hide. They are being economical with the truth. The statement that was made, recorded from the so-called suspect at Esige was not tendered before this panel. If you do not tender a document, the implication is that you know that the contents will be favorable to the other side.
The matter has been concluded, but we are waiting for the decision of the panel.
The chairperson of the panel, Justice Ada Egiamuso, retired, adjourned the matter to 16th of February for further review and examination. In Benin, Ivie Oyahiri, NTA News.
The news is streaming live on our YouTube channel, NTA Benin. You can subscribe and watch news stories and other programs. We are also on other social network platforms. You can like us on Facebook, NTA Benin, or follow our Twitter handle at NTA Benin 1. Time for a break. We'll be right back.
Hey, my people, wahala dey for town o. Una never hear say na double wahala na coronavirus carry come for this second wave? Upon the many people wey coronavirus don kill, the corona wey dey town now use 4 times bad pass the first one o. So government say make we all dey wear face mask. No be just to put the face mask for face o, you must wear your face mask take cover your nose and mouth. Na offense if you no wear your face mask outside your house. Government sef don dey catch and punish people on top this matter. Wash your hands always with soap under running water. Maintain social distance, especially for church and mosque or market. Government say make plenty people no gather o. Remember say government don ban public swimming pool and pool party for now. Curfew na still 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Monitoring committee dey o. I beg make dem no carry you go court. Stay safe. Na Edo State government na bring una this message o.
Next time you visit the ancient city of Benin, 2 things will excite you: the warmth and welcome of its people, and of course, the class and style of its hospitality business. Randeki Gold, home of hospitality like no other, located in one of the most serene environments in the ancient city, truly classy and exquisite with world-class facilities, fully equipped digital multipurpose hall with life-size, ultra-high definition LED screen, 180 square meters king-size swimming pool with bubble bath, enough to leave you breathless. The exotic Ariel's Bistro and Grill restaurant with variety of continental dishes, especially some of the rarest delicacies you can find in town. Fact is, a visit will truly convince you that we are gold. Randeki Gold is the gold wing of the prestigious Randeki Royal Hotel at 6 Uhenui Street off Ihama and Boundary Roads, GRA Benin City. www.randekihotels.com. Randeki Gold, our hospitality is gold.
Benin!
Better don't come, oh! Oh yes, I say better don't shell. As Muyi Oil and Gas Limited for Wire Road near 5 Junction, Benin City, don't make it possible to buy quality petrol for price where it go make you smile. It never finish, oh! With this affordable price on Muyi Oil and Gas Limited new ultra modern petrol station, you go there sure of the quantity of fuel where you they buy, as our pump get accurate meter. Oh yes, now as you pay, we go knock you the accurate quantity of petrol for your motor. No wuru-wuru, affordability, quality and accuracy. Now be our second name for Muyi Oil and Gas petrol station. Now a whole new experience for Muyi Oil and Gas ultra modern petrol station. You self go tell others. Some Muyi Oil and Gas ultra modern petrol station Sidan Gidigba for Wire Road near 5 Junction, Benin City. Some Muyi Oil and Gas ultra modern petrol station. Come see with your eyes.
Ọ̀kágbẹ́rì wúrọ̀ ọ̀zúkùn bọ́ra ni mọ́ iná wáyé Alexander ọ̀dẹ́wìgẹ́ ìgbẹ́ àṣẹ. Yíkéwọ́gbẹ́ òpé nẹ́yìn kí gbèsè yìí sẹ́nẹ̀ wáyé. Ìmọ̀mọ̀ náà yà dọ̀lẹ̀ jẹun àwùyí ẹ̀ ọ̀nà kín. Ẹ̀dẹ́tọ́sẹ̀ nù ìpẹ́dọ̀wọ̀ òkè February òpó náà yé náà. Ẹgógé nẹ̀wó ta. Àgásì hún Rome lórí ìwọ̀n ẹ̀ St. Francis Catholic Church. Nọ̀rẹ́ College Road rẹ̀ dùn ní Gíogbẹ̀. Ẹ̀dí Friday nù ìpẹ́dìwẹ̀fà òkè February. Ẹgógé ẹ̀ wòwẹ́ àrímù ìkùn ẹ̀ wá zóyìn. Ọ̀rẹ́ Stella Ọbásanjọ́ Hospital. Binana Mudiakere wo wa egogi gbe wo wie kinegbe ibe pagari St. Francis Catholic Church. Na ya du game no kekene. Egogi we va we wo kinegbe ila la pano geken. Ilele na we na lele na re mi kena mu emi ama fi agbiridi no ho kan wo tagbon na. E akin ya dugi na. E ma ni vi oboye be na ya wa ya we na we ni egbe kere e. Omowo Charles Idahosa. Okalapa Hotel Nigeria we no la Solomon Ayase. Emi ni jonwa ye ewebu.
Thank you for staying tuned, and now to COVID-19 update. There are 1,056 new COVID-19 infections in the country, confirmed by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Lagos has 214, Osun 120, the FCT 116, Plateau 88, Ebonyi 75, Kwara 73, Gombe 70, Ondo 57, Rivers 47, Akwa Ibom 38, Edo 25, Oyo 23, Kano 22, and 19 in Delta. 18 new cases are in Katsina, 16 in Borno, 13 in Nasarawa, and 8 each in Ekiti and Ogun states. This brings total number of confirmed infections in the country to 141,447. 1,694 people have died from the virus, and 111,755 patients have been successfully treated and discharged. Edo State has recorded 25 new cases and 1 more death from COVID-19 as health workers' infection in the second wave of the pandemic reaches 269. The state COVID-19 incident manager, Dr. Andrew, will be disclosed this during the virtual meeting of the state COVID-19 task force chaired by Governor Godwin Obaseki. Dr. Obi noted that the state also recorded 12 recoveries with 752 active cases, while total number of deaths in the second wave is now 37. 15 of the newly confirmed cases were reported from the Edo Specialist Hospital Laboratory, while the remaining 9 cases from the Irwa Specialist Teaching Hospital Laboratory. Dr. Obi, who lamented the spike in community spread of the virus, says the second wave of the pandemic is now at 90.4%. And experts are advocating introduction in schools curriculum, drug abuse and illicit substances to nip in the bud rising prevalence of the menace. They were guests on NTA Benin program Midweek Connect this Wednesday, where discussions centered on consumption of illicit drugs and mental illness. Adubejo Jegba has an excerpt.
The scourge associated with drug abuse, according to discussants, if not checked, has far-reaching consequences to the society that may affect sustainable development of the nation and a major threat to national development, family stability, and social security. The Edo State Deputy Commander, Operations NDLEA, Peter Oga, spoke on arrests made by his command, as well as the implications of the circulation of hard drugs in the society.
These arrests were made based on intelligence. Based on intelligence, we busted a warehouse at Opuje in Owan West. I think the section of Edo State Command, this is one of the biggest and highest arrests so far. The cannabis recovered from the warehouse, we have a total of 233,778 kilograms of cannabis seeds. These were all arranged in 4 apartments, wooden apartments. It's just like a village, an estate, and it's one of the biggest seizures so far.
A consultant psychiatrist with the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Benin, Dr. Temi Tokwe Jegede, in her position, stated that people can get addicted to all sorts of substance. She also talked on the psychological addiction as well as signs of addiction to look out for. She advised that when an addict is identified, they should not wait before getting medical help.
Some drugs are actually prescribed drugs, but they are taken in ways that they have not been asked to use it. Okay? There are some drugs that we say use this way, then the individual takes it in another way because he's deriving a form of pleasure, either overtakes, most of the time they overtake those substances because they are deriving a kind of pleasure from it. So that's another way to say they abuse prescribed drugs. Some other people abuse drugs that are not prescribed. My neighbor has an illness and then she took it when she was ill, she's better. Yusef, go take the drug. So we have issues like that. So that's drug abuse because it's not prescribed for you.
Midweek Connect is a live news program aired at 9 a.m. every Wednesday. In Benin, Adogbeji Ojegba, NTA News.
The concluding segment of the news comes right after this break. To stay.
Lighthouse Polytechnic is established by Gospel Light International Ministries to satisfy the quest for entrepreneurship and technological advancement. First private polytechnic in Edo State. OND and HND programs fully operational with accredited courses in various disciplines.
At Lighthouse Polytechnic, we offer the following programs in ND and HND: accountancy, business administration and management, banking and finance, computer engineering, computer science, electrical electronic engineering, estate management and valuation, public administration and statistics.
Purchase of application form can be made at New Covenant Gospel Church by Dopolo Grammar School, New Benin, Benin City. Lighthouse Polytechnic, Kilometer 32, Benin Asaba Expressway near Abudu, Edo State. For further inquiry, please call 0803-733-0911 or log on to lighthousepolytechnic.edu.ng. Lighthouse Polytechnic, Christ-centered institution and light to the nations.
Edo University, Iyamo, a first-class university and a destination for young leaders determined to rule their worlds in their various fields of endeavor. At Edo University, Iyamo, we have a commitment, and it is to see that your future is not at any point on lockdown. With an affordable and flexible payment system, you can be sure of studying that your dream course in our beautiful and serene environment. So, join us as we conduct our supplementary admission on Thursday, the 11th of February, 2021. For further inquiries, visit our website on www.edouniversity.edu.ng/admissions to fill your forms today. Edo University, knowledge for development.
To sports now, Nigeria's Blessing Okagbare receives Guinness World Certificate after overtaking Usain Bolt as athlete with the most Diamond League appearances. Now let's now join Bade Adeleye for other updates in sports.
Many thanks for joining us on Sports Update. I am Bade Adeleye. Let's begin with football. After a month break, the Nigeria Women's Football League Premiership is back with 7 matches ongoing at different centers across the country. In Lokoja, Confluence Queens host FC Robo Queens. Edo Queens are at home to Nasarawa Amazons with Pelican Stars and Royal Queens FC trading tackles. Similarly, after a series of postponements, the Nigeria National League is finally set to commence its 2020-2021 season this weekend. At a press conference in Abuja Wednesday, Chief Operating Officer of the league, Emmanuel Adesonya, announced that all matches will be played in accordance with the COVID-19 safety protocols.
At every match venue, COVID-19 protocols must be observed.
And finally to tennis, world number 1 Novak Djokovic's bid for a third consecutive Australian Open crown faced his first major test as it took the Serb 3 hours 30 minutes to overcome American Frances Tiafoe. Home favourite Nick Kyrgios also won in 5 sets, with Stan Wawrinka stunned. In the women's draw, the quartet of 7-time champion Serena Williams, 2019 champion Naomi Osaka, 2018 finalist Simona Halep, and 2020 finalist Gabriele Muguruza have all advanced to the third round. And that wraps it up on Sports Update. I am Badi Adeleye.
Now, the remains of the former Minister of Information, Prince Tony Momo, who passed on last week in Abuja, will be interred on Grey Land, Iju Hills, Lagos, this Thursday, the 11th of February. The Grey Movement Nigeria, in a statement by Mr. Akin Orebi, says a Grey funeral hour of worship in the Temple of God on Grey Land at 4 o'clock in the afternoon will hold same day. It also issued an advisory on adherence to COVID-19 protocols, absolute decorum and silence by members of the public and media who wish to attend the event. Intending participants are enjoined to arrive Grey Land not later than 2:30 in the afternoon for admission into the temple, as no person will be granted entry once the temple doors are closed. It further stipulates formal dressing either in native attire or Western clothes, suit with tie for men, and for women, dresses which, when seated, must go below the knees with the sleeves covering the elbows. The statement indicates that both genders must leave their heads uncovered as a mark of humility to Creator, while phones, cameras are prohibited. That concludes our package tonight. Thank you for watching. Good evening.